Hi, welcome to California Centric. I'm Jean Rosenmeyer, and I'm here with my colleague Tim Volmer and our special guest, Coyote Marin, our executive director. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Great to be here.
So, we left off when we were talking about our new survey and what it is intended to achieve and where we go from here.
No, let's do policies.
Okay, so here's another real thing that most people don't know about. I'm going to just summarize this question because it's quite long. California has been trying for a long time to create an integrated, a unified healthcare system. That's what they call it, where everybody is kind of covered in the same way. It could be single payer or it could be some weaker version of that. But the idea is that we would waste a lot less money on billing and insurance companies. So the reason we can't do that we can't unify our healthcare system, is because a lot of our funding comes from the federal government, again, using our own tax dollars, and it's fragmented. Medicare is a different stream from Medicaid, and that's a different stream from subsidies for Covered California for the healthcare exchange. And it gets even worse with Medicaid. Federal law mandates that most counties can't have a county medical system or a county healthcare plan for Medicaid. So like San Mateo County has the San Mateo County healthcare system for people on Medicaid, and that's it. But like most counties, they have to give people an option to go to a private insurance company with their public Medicaid dollars. So it fragments it even further. It fragments it at the county level. It fragments it between different healthcare providers. So California passed a law that said, look, these systems have abilities for the president to grant waivers and say, like, do it your way because we think it'll achieve the same goals or the same way or better. It's called SB 770, and it says that California's state government should come up with a framework for making a waiver request to the federal government that allows us to unify all these healthcare streams that, again, are our own tax dollars to make our own healthcare system. So our question, the last part of the question, you've heard this explanation, is if the next administration rejects California's waiver request, should California's U.S. representatives block the federal budget and other must-pass bills until the waiver is granted or written into federal law, even if that leads to a temporary government shutdown? We have these good ideas about autonomy for California, but like, how do we get them to agree to it? And it's because you can't get anything. Okay, you can appoint judges with just the Senate and the presidency, but like you can't pass a budget without the House of Representatives, and we do have full representation there. And it's already narrowly divided. So if we can unify Californians, or we can unify people, especially with people in other states who are in similar situations where we're like, it's our own tax dollars, we want to do it this way, the federal administration is getting in the way, we can say, like, no, like, give us our money back where nobody gets it. And that's our only negotiating leverage.
So we're talking about power here. And, I think Californians and other Americans get kind of frustrated when they watch the other side play hardball to any extreme, even if it brings us into lawlessness. Yet the other side, the Democratic Party or those who believe in rule of law, that type of thing, we're more hesitant. We don't want to play hardball because we're trying to sort of keep the system intact rather than play chicken with it. I don't know what exactly the tactics should be, but I want this willingness. I want this mindset to really fight hard, to really stand up, to really say, no, this is going to happen. We need this. We want this. This is what is fair. And unless we have that mindset in our leaders, we're going to have to, I think, kind of probe our population, the public, in the sense of, no, we want you to put up a hard fight, to make sure these things happen. And okay, if you're not going to do it by that, then how are you going to do it? Because
Mhm.
we need these problems solved. And I know people that are getting, oh, California is so powerful. If California is a nation state, how come we still don't have universal
Yeah.
health care? How come we still don't have all these things? And we can't just say it's because the other side won't let us, because the other states won't let us, it's because a rogue Supreme Court won't let us, or a rogue presidency. We have to say it's because our side isn't fighting to that point where these things happen.
It's true because we have representatives who are like, well, but I'll look bad if I don't vote for the military reauthorization, so I better do it. Or, well, gosh, that's going to hurt people in West Virginia if, the government shuts down. And it's like, yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
When workers go on strike, like they don't want to go on strike, but they know it's worth it. And it's the same thing. Like, we don't want to shut down the federal government, but we can't be treated this way anymore.
No, we can't be. I say so, and then I think we can ask the elected officials that we do have, those that we do vote in, which is the Californian government. That okay, if that's not how you're going to do it, how are you going to do it? I want a plan, please. What's your plan?
So there's two parts to this. One, it's just a poll question. We think it's a good idea, but Californians can answer and be like, nah, we don't like government shutdowns. Like, we feel sad about those people in West Virginia. Like, we're gonna just play ball anyways. That would be too bad, but that's what can happen with the poll. Like, people answer it the way they answer it.
People answer it the way they answer it. That sounds like a great place to stop. If you're interested in the results of the poll, they are out and they are on our website, which is ic.institute. Or you can wait for the next episode of this podcast in which we will be discussing the results of the poll and digging in a little deeper. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Independent California Institute is a 501c3 nonprofit think tank. We educate the public and conduct research on greater self-governance for California.